Hi everyone, it's Ellie from Elsie Bell's Bookshelf again, and I am back with Loud Traffic and also to share some closures. A few people from my Facebook group asked me to do a video on closures and digital stamps, so I'm going to do that now. So the very first closure that I like to do is the basic, where you glue your strip or lace, sari silk, right to the middle of this before you put your inside papers down. This is my cover. So you just glue it here. So when my glue comes down. And you want to make sure to put a generous amount right up to the edge. And then spread it around a bit. And then lay your piece down. And the reason you want to go right up to the edge is because when you put your cardstock or paper on here, you don't want it to tear as you're, tying and pulling and opening and closing the book. And you can reinforce it here with extra cardstock if you want, or like a piece of duct tape, but this works fine too. So then you want to make sure to get into your little divots here with some glue. Then you're just going to go all the way down the middle. Okay. Then when you lay this down, you want to make sure to push it inside your little creases good. This one doesn't have too much crease, but that on there good. Okay, so then when you close it, and you can trim it because this is obviously a lot longer, but then that's basically the idea. And then you can tie it, and it's just attached inside the book, so it's not going anywhere. So there's that one. Just glue off my hands. Okay, and then the other one I like to do is, this is just a little traveler's notebook that I took from mine. I use a button. So I like to lay my ribbon and figure out how long I'm going to want both sides. Okay, get that in the center. Then I like to take my button, put it over the ribbon. I'm going to poke my hole here first so I can see it on the other side. Go right through the second hole. And then just tie it, and you can cover this with another piece of lace or some washi, whatever you want to do, and then you have the tie attached to your book with the button, and then you don't lose that either, so that's a great way to do it. Another way to do it is on this one I stitched the ribbon to the outside before I stitched in my signatures, and so I just went down the cover and you can see the stitches there. So that holds that on like this, and it's very secure. So that's another one. And then this one, I poked holes with my hole punch, and then I put eyelets in and just threaded my ribbon through. So then this way I have like a double ribbon on both sides. So you can see the eyelets. And I like it this way. I like having the double ribbons. And this way also it's very secure, and the eyelets will keep the paper or cardstock, whatever you use, from tearing. That's very strong. And on my personal journal, it did have a pink ribbon that went around, but that came off. So I decided to use elastic. So I tied the elastic to one of my signature strings, and that way I can just wrap it around. This is like the really simple way, an easy way of closing your journal. If you use your journal a lot, it's a lot easier than having ribbons. I had one with ribbons and they would just hang everywhere, and so I think I just made them too long, but I like this elastic for my personal use. And the last way I have to show is just the basic tying a ribbon around your book, and it's not attached, so it's removable. So you just wrap it like so, and then tie a little bow. And that way the ribbon doesn't get in your way when you're writing in your book. So that's another easy way. Sometimes if I do this way, I like to tuck them underneath the signature strings. That way they are attached, but not attached, if you know what I mean. So I hope that helps you, dear Sylvia, with your question. Then I also had a question about digital stamping. Basically, digital stamping to me means that you're taking a little black and white picture and placing it on your paper somehow with like Microsoft Word, Photoshop. I do it on my phone with Blend Collage. It's an app. And then printing it out so it looks like you rubber stamped, but you didn't. You printed it on your computer or printer, whatever device that you use. So I'm not sure how to do that in Word or Photoshop, but with my phone I use Blend Collage to place these two images on the paper, and then I crop it to the size that I want, which is usually, you know, 8.5 by 11, and so it turns out like this. So I hope that answered your question, my dear friend in my group. If not, I'm sure there are other YouTube videos that can help you more. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I invite you to come join my group. It's called The Bookshelf, Junk Journals, Friendship, and Fun. Thank you so much. Bye.